So why are you here today? We're in lockdown, you're in quarantine, you're in isolation. What are you going to be doing to entertain yourself and to lift your spirits? Maybe doing a semi-permanent hair dye. So that is why you're here today, so you can see my full experience, because luckily I do YouTube videos, so I've actually filmed my entire experience using these products. So you can see how things have worked out for me using Tints of Nature before you might be purchasing it for yourself, because personally I love videos like this that actually show the full journey as opposed to just like the first impression. I do not believe in first impressions, they are not always correct, so that's why I wanted to do this more in-depth video for you. So grab a drink and let's just hop straight in. You are here today to see my review of this, the Tints of Nature bold colours. This is the semi-permanent hair colour and it's in the shade Fuchsia. And I think I might have shown this to you before, but if I haven't, this is the colour range that you have. So you have very light, basically platinum blonde hair, you get bright fuchsia. If you have partially blonde hair, you get bright fuchsia, and if you have darker blonde hair you get a more dull version of fuchsia. So it basically goes like, the lighter that your hair is, the better the colour will take. At least that's kind of my gathering. This was gifted to me from them, but you'll know that I will give you my honest opinion regardless. Even if someone wanted to pay me one day, I would still be brutally honest, just because I actually cannot with lies. So I don't want people spending money on products that they won't enjoy. I want to tell you a little bit about Tints of Nature because they're a totally cruelty-free brand and their hair dye and hair products are all vegan as well. I am very stringent with the products that I use. I have to make sure that they're totally cruelty-free, totally vegan, all like ticks and crosses are done and checked. Notes of my journey. So I will share my journey with you. So starting this whole foray off, I started off with dyeing my hair the fuchsia colour on the 4th of April, and we all know how terrified I was of that. If you've seen my Ariel video, then you'll know I was actually terrified because my hair has only ever really been blonde, or that one time I did the pastel pink with Tints of Nature. If you see my e-girl look or anything, you'll know about that as well. This was a lot for me, like a lot, and so I did the Ariel look with that. The colour took really quickly. It smells like strawberries, but not like real strawberries, like artificial strawberries, so it just smells like really sweet, which is something I wasn't expecting, and it was really yummy actually. It was a really pleasant surprise to actually have like a strawberry scent, because you don't really expect that when you're dyeing your hair, especially like back in the day, like years ago, I used to use Clairol and stuff, and it's like when you dyed your hair with that, it would like make your eyes stream and your nose just like, you could just feel it being like, oh god, what are you doing? Yeah, so I'm really glad to not be using things like that anymore. So smelling strawberries, 180, like opposite direction. We're in a different world now. So that was the first time that I did it. It turned out like that. It's a very beautiful, vibrant fuchsia colour because I already have quite naturally light blonde hair, but then I do actually dye my hair with 10XL light blonde. Now you can see my natural roots are coming through, so you can see like that difference here. That is my natural colour that is now actually starting to come through because I need to actually redo my roots. But obviously you shouldn't really put anything else on your hair until you have like all of a colour out. So this has still got a hint of pink to it now, so I won't be doing anything to it until this is completely gone. But this is still high-key cute. When I did my Trolls look, I had actually washed my hair once. Now this is something that I did that you're not meant to do, because on the box here you see that you're meant to wash your hair with cold water. It says the colour will fade with each shampoo. This was meant to last 20 to 30 washes. I started dyeing my hair on the 4th of April and today is the 27th of April and I'm at this colour now because every single day I've used hot water. It would have lasted a much longer time if I hadn't done that and if I'd used cold water instead, because heat will strip your colour out faster when it comes to a semi-permanent colour. So really do recommend washing your hair with cold water, but obviously in autumn that's kind of hard because, you know, I like basically my shower water to be like hot as hell. And then 3 washes in, I did my fairy look. With this fairy look, I've got a tutorial on my channel as well for it. I had washed it 3 times and you can still see the colour is still holding up very strong. So technically you could kind of make your colour last being that bold for 2+ weeks. If you did wash it with cold water, it would still last, which is really amazing, because the whole point about chucking in a colour like this is so you can have like semi-permanent fun. It's like it doesn't really matter because it's not going to affect your hair long term, you know what I mean? That's why I've gotten into it anyway, because we're in lockdown. What else are we gonna do? On the 13th of April was when I filmed my deep dive into will the beauty industry survive this, talking about the whole pandemic thing that we're going through. And so again, I'll link that video up here. That's the shade that my hair was then, which was a much more comfortable shade for me for then. So that was around about 5-6 washes in with hot water, because I wash my hair every other day because I have oily hair. It's also fine. And then on the 19th of April, again, I did another wash before that. You can kind of see my hair wash cycle as I tell you these dates. But that was when I did my wedding makeup look. So again, I'll link the video up for you there, but then you can also see this is the shade of pink that my hair had reached at that point. And that was last weekend that I filmed this. So I'm really enjoying this color right now on the 27th of April because it's kind of like a rose gold. I think they do actually have a rose gold colour, and I'd be really keen to try that out too, because this is so pretty. Anyway, I just need to stop patting my hair, huh? I would just say that this has got a hint of pink to it. You can see more of my blonde coming through, but you can still definitely see pink is around the place for sure. But you can definitely see more of my blonde, but the colour is not completely gone. I would probably say that in around about 4 more washes, this would be back to my normal blonde colour. Also, for me personally, this colour was a bit too bold, so I really wanted to actually tone it down quite a bit. So that's why I was okay with using hot water, because I more wanted the colour to be what it turned out to be later on, because I'm okay with like pastel shades and like nice more muted shades, but a bold as colour, that kind of scared me, in all honesty. Like, I've gotten so many compliments on it, oh my god, like people I work with, my friends and stuff, like they're all like gone crazy for it. They say that I should have like bold hair always, but I actually really do prefer the way it looks on me when it's a bit more toned down. When you have like more of those muted brights and the pastel shades, I just much prefer that for me, because the bold colour, I'm not allowed enough personality to be able to pull it off. And there was one time actually in between the fairy look and when I went to the lighter pink, I actually used an anti-dandruff shampoo, because anti-dandruff shampoos, if you didn't know, whenever you are washing your hair, you should be using the Tints of Nature products alongside it. But basically you just need to use products that don't have sulfates, SLAs, SLSs. You just want to avoid all of those harsh stripping chemicals, because otherwise your colour will go straight out of your hair. So if you want your hair colour to last longer, make sure you're using a cold wash, gentle products, colour safe products. Those are like the key things, and just avoid the sulfates and the parabens basically. If you can avoid those, you'll have a way better time and a way longer experience with your semi-permanent hair color. So would I buy this myself? I would be saying no. It gave me a great opportunity to be creative with those other looks, but this is just too bold a color for me. It's only for that one reason that I'm not going to buy this product again in the future though. But if you are after a bolder colour, oh my god, this was such an easy experience to just go through. So simple, smells like strawberries, no cruelty involved. Like, I've seriously just found this to be a joy. And then you get to go through these gorgeous stages of pink. I've really been here for it, as have the people on Instagram. If you're not following me, BrionyClaire_vegan, you're welcome, come join me. It's a lovely community. I always am sharing a lot of food tips as well, because I love vegan food too, so definitely check me out there too. I would say if you're after a bold colour that doesn't last for too long, and just so you can see if you want to try it out permanently, and something that's a pretty cheap option as well, because this is around about, in New Zealand, like I buy their hair dyes which range around about 20 to 30 New Zealand dollars, which is actually very cheap, especially considering it's cruelty free and especially considering the results that you get. So I would be saying like it's a very low entry risk to take, because the colour's not going to last forever. If you want to strip the colour out sooner like I did, use a harsher shampoo to be able to strip the colour out faster. And just use hot washes. If you want it to last longer, use cold washes and gentle products. It's as simple as that. So I would say if you're actually after going for something that's bolder, definitely go for it. I don't see what the problem would be. I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe. Like, I come out with 2 videos every week whilst we're in this lockdown period, so it just makes sense to join. Be part of this because I put a lot of effort into these videos, and until more people subscribe, I'm not earning any money from YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything, it's literally just clicking the button, and it would help me out so much. I'd really appreciate it if you did subscribe, because a lot of people that watch my content aren't subscribed, and that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Anyway, that's that whole begging portion over. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. Hope you're all staying safe, staying inside, and just taking care of yourself. Like, because right now mental health and taking care of yourself, eating right, doing daily exercise, super important. Don't forget to check in on those that are living alone, obviously virtually, because you know we still got to social distance and stuff. Even when this whole lockdown thing is lifted, I'm still going to be staying inside because I've got a heart condition and I've got weak lungs, so I'm actually very much at risk. So be prepared for more content about different coloured hair from me, because I am so here for changing my hair to all different sorts of shades. Thank you once again for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you lovers again very soon. Bye!